Good morning. Good morning, Eagle, Nick, all this. You know what I mean, Vern? We're live this morning in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world. Located 90 miles north of Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning, Billy Burns. How you doing, Billy? I'm doing pretty good there, Billy Burns. Looks like this is going to be a slow day this morning. But hey, that's okay. It ain't always got to be jumping. You know what I mean, Burn? Now, I do not believe that Scary Sherry was actually booked into the Whitfield County Detention Center. She never did hit the booking records. I believe they just took her up there and they turned her loose. Good morning, Dave. Happy birthday to Mike. Yeah, we could say that for you if EagleNick was a fish and took bait, but EagleNick is not a fish. I am a eagle. You know what I mean, Vern? I fly above all that bull crap. Good morning, Kamesh. Dave, you can go get something done about that. They do have corrective surgery. Maybe get you an implant. You can always lie. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning. We're showing 38 people, now 55 people on the live stream. Please be sure to subscribe if you've not already done so. Double tap your screen to give EagleNick a like. Good morning, Bonnie Vickers. Congratulations, Kamesh, on getting off antidepressants. Good morning, narrator boy. I sound like Stone Cold, okay? EagleNick always liked Stone Cold Steve Austin. Good morning, Simi Music. Good morning, Miss Amy Elizabeth 71. Yeah, EagleNick is not a fish, though, like I said. I didn't know about old Mike. His mic might be small, but old EagleNick don't have that problem, and I ain't gonna say I do. Good morning, Beanie. Hello, Dooney. Hello, Milford D. How you doing this morning, everybody? EagleNick never hid in alleyways. You know what I mean, Vern? Too legit to quit. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, Ray M. What about vampires? They shouldn't be no vampires out here in the broad daylight. We're right across from a church. Thank you, Miss Amy Elizabeth. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hot day today. It's gonna be hotter today than it was yesterday. You know what I mean, Vern? That sun is already starting to hit old EagleNick in the head right here where I'm sitting. You see it's casting a shadow of my head out here. Got the soup can here to hold the phone up. We're going to move down here a little bit farther into the shade. There we go. That's a little better. I think I'm going to move the bike down here as well. That way the bike won't be sitting out in the sunlight. 83 degrees. It is 83 degrees in Dalton, Georgia. It is very hot and very humid out here. Good morning, Brian Forrest. Good morning, JS. Good morning, Rapper. Good morning, Damu Dara. Good morning, Mike Murphy. Good morning, Rapper. Oh, EagleNick is not fat. And I am not a hippie. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, Ascar 95. We are in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, located 90 miles north of Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I seen that, Brian. I seen Daniel up there at Greater Works this morning. He said it costed him something like $400 to get it to get somebody to bring him and that there scooter back to Dalton, Georgia. He couldn't ever get it going. He had to pay to have it brought back down here as well as himself. Now we do have super chat, super thanks, and super stickers are available. Muhammad, please do not spam. If you spam, you will be placed in a timeout. If you want to have a conversation about what you're saying, just don't keep saying the same thing over and over. Now, EagleNick is all about free speech, but we do not like people to come in spamming, just repeating the same thing over and over. That's what we've got old EagleNick for. I usually say the same thing many times over. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, Andrew James CS. How you doing this morning, Andrew? Good morning, Co-Sider. Now, there is normally a lot of traffic by the Dalton Police Department coming up and down Thornton Avenue right here. Now, the Dalton Police Service Center is about 1 mile to the north of where I'm at, maybe a little less than a mile. And they usually always come up and down Thornton Avenue here. But I would say we won't see too many of them since old EagleNick is out and about. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, DJ JJ. Good morning, Brylan Elrod. Good morning, Red Bricks. Good morning, Emma K. How you doing, Emma? I don't know, DJ. What's the difference? Miss Emma, why are you crying? Good morning. Speak the truth, okay. Brylan, who slays? Yep, that is the Dalton First United Methodist Church. Now, they've got a clock and a bell tower. That bell will be going off on the hour. What couch? Good morning, Chadwick. What couch? You mean the church? Oh, EagleNick ain't seen no couch out here. Chadwick. I don't know what couch you're talking about. I ain't seen no couch. I'm gonna take off that shirt. It's getting hot out here. No reasonable offer will be refused. You know what I mean, Burn, but I don't know where you see a couch at. Yep, there was a crow buddy just flew over. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Ralph Perry. Howdy, Alice. How you doing this morning? Good morning, Just a Dude. How you doing this morning, brother? I would like to know how you think I can just change my accent. My accent is how I talk. I don't have no control over it. I just open my mouth and speak, and that's what comes out. Now, if you would like to send me a few $1,000s for speech therapy, maybe we can do something about it. Good morning, Slim Richmond. No, I don't believe that. I went to Whitfield County Sheriff's Department. I don't think that Scary Sherry actually made it all the way inside the jail. They must have just booked her and turned her loose because she never showed up on the website. Now you can go on Google and Google Whitfield County inmate search. And that is police to citizen, and you can see the people who is in the Whitfield County Detention Center. Good morning, Bob. 1999. How you doing, Bob? Just a Dude. Turn your sound down a little bit, brother. I can't change my accent. I might could talk like this if it makes it any better. You know what I mean, Burn? I like mustard on my biscuit with some of them there French fried taters. There goes Daniel's Spivey, Brian Forrest. There went our mutual friend Daniel. morning, Tay-Tay. Good morning, Mike Murphy. Good morning, Riker Ledford. What did you mean about you have my shirt? You know what I mean, Burn? Do you have a shirt like mine? Or good morning, John H. How you doing this morning, John? I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when, 'cause I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. Good morning, Angel A. How you doing this morning, Angel? It is always great to have an angel in the chat room. You know what I mean, Burn, on the live stream. The speed limit is 35 miles an hour. There's the speed limit sign. I hear sirens, but I don't think they're coming this way. There's one of them mail carriers out here delivering packages. Now, they deliver packages on Sunday. Now, a lot of people may not realize it, but the United States Post Office runs package deliveries on Sundays, which benefits the Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, who owns a couple of package companies, package delivery companies, and they contract to the United States Postal Service. So the Postmaster General, Louis DeJoy, is the only part of the United States Postal Service that is actually making a profit. You know what I mean, Burn? Good morning, Linda Mays. Good morning, Bob. Good morning to you, Rusty. How you doing, Rusty? Good morning, Brett Rhea. Tay-Tay, we are in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world. Located 90 miles north of Atlanta, Georgia. Rusty, Sherry never even made it all the way through to jail. She never showed up on that Whitfield County inmate search. Now, they handcuffed her. They took her up there, booked her, and then let her go. Good morning, Andre. Yeah, she probably had to walk back from that Whitfield County Sheriff's Department yesterday evening. I doubt if they gave her a ride back unless the Dalton Police Department came back up there and picked her up. Now, Scary Sherry always was talking to me about, why aren't you recording the police? Why do you record the Dalton Police Department? That Dalton Police Department is good. They're always good to me. I can't wait to see her to ask her if she thought that was good of the Dalton Police Department placing her in handcuffs. There's about 3 more of them mail trucks headed out to deliver packages. Now, they do not deliver regular mail on Sunday, but they do deliver packages. There goes another one headed north and 3 headed south. Out here delivering packages for the Postmaster General, making old Louis DeJoy even richer off the taxpayer's dime. You know what I mean, Vern? It takes taxpayers' money to fuel those vehicles. Good morning, Big Boy, Georgia. Joe, the United States Postal Service delivers for more than just Amazon on Sunday. Now, you can Google it and you will see what I'm saying is true, that the United States Postmaster General, the head of the Postal Service, Louis DeJoy, owns at least 2 package delivery companies that contracts with the United States Postal Service to deliver his packages, padding his pockets at the taxpayer's expense. Good morning, Greg Johnson. Oh, EagleNick don't have no tobacco in my mouth. You know what I mean, Vern? This is just how I talk. Hello, Skibidi toilet brush. Now, we do have super chat, super thanks, and super stickers are available. Hey, they have some cute super stickers. Big Boy, Georgia, what time do you have? It ought to be about time for that church bell to go off. Hey, speak the truth, okay. I love old foghorn leghorn. Now, I grew up watching Looney Tunes, so maybe that's why old EagleNick is a little bit loony. You know what I mean, Vern? Well, y'all can be ready in 2 minutes. That bell will be going off. Good morning, Tank. How you doing this morning, Tank? Good morning, W. Fail. I don't know, what do you call a rich Chinese man? That looked like the fire department going by, but we missed them. Cha-ching. Ha-ha! Good morning, Gender Bender. Well, here we go. That bell's fixing to go off. Big Boy, Georgia, post the link to your YouTube channel in the live chat. There goes another one of them package carriers delivering them their packages. Actually, there was 2 of them went by. There goes another one. They're having to go back and load up some more packages. They deliver packages. Nope, old EagleNick don't like that from under cheese. Well, no matter where it's from under. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, AJS. Good morning, Brandon Mitchell. Well, I wonder why that clock didn't go off this morning. It usually chimes every hour on the hour. Maybe it's running behind. Good morning, Kelly Belly. How you doing, Kelly? Great to see you this morning. Good morning, Vernon. Maybe I should be EagleNick Belly. You know what I mean, Vern? Whoop, whoop, there it is. Whoop, whoop, there it is. I'm too sexy for my shirt. So sexy that it hurts. So sexy. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, Ryan McCord. How you doing, Ryan? EagleNick doesn't have a handout. He doesn't ask for handouts. I do remind people that we have super chat, super thanks, and super stickers. And I do pin my Cash App to the bottom of the chat when someone posts it. Oh, EagleNick loves to see them super chats light up the screen. Even more so on the super stickers. But I'll leave that up to other people, whether or not they utilize those supers, super chat, super thanks, or super stickers. Yep, oh, EagleNick is a menace to society. You know what I mean, Vern? All I need is some gin and juice. You know what I mean, Vern? Vernon, it's great to see you this morning, and it's good to see that you're staying true to how you always react. Be who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Yeah, I do believe I know who you're talking about. The guy, if you're talking about the homeless man that's got one of his, the lower part of one of his arms cut off, I do know who you're talking about. He's a real good old fella. Good morning, Andrea Butterfly in Sarasota, Florida. Good morning, Milos from Monterey. Well, I don't understand why that church bell didn't go off this morning. Maybe they cut it off. Maybe they cut it off because they're having church today. I don't know. We've got money to lend. First National Community Bank. Well, we ain't seen no Dalton Police Department officers going by yet this morning. Just hit 40 minutes on the live stream. We saw one Whitfield County Sheriff's Department vehicle go by. Vernon. Keep it up, Vernon. I'm going to show you what them Crocs can do to your ass. Now, I'm trying to be patient with you, Vernon. old Vernon is going to keep on, and I'm going to make an exception and hide him from the channel. That would make old Vernon sick if he couldn't come on my live stream and run that yapper. You know what I mean, Vern? Good morning, Timmy Turner. Where is Cosmo and Wanda? You know what I mean, Vern?